Hello and welcome to Pilates TV. My name is Zosha and today we're focusing on you guys understanding how you breathe and releasing stress in areas you might hold just a little bit of tension. I've got a sensation that you might be doing that. You might hold that in a little bit in your hips and your lower back as well. So we're going to teach you how to unwind. And I know two very lovely co-hosts that are into unwinding. It is the handsome Chris.
Hello.
And the beautiful Elise.
Hi.
So why don't we start off with breathing? This is a really important principle of Pilates. So actually just relax, drop your shoulders back, and we want you to just breathe like you normally do. So take a breath in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. Now, just be conscious of where that breath is going. Feel where it's going in your body. Okay, are you taking that breath only here in the chest area? Or do you tend to breathe into your belly? You know, singers tend to breathe into their belly because they can take a lot more oxygen in, a lot more air in, and then produce those beautiful voices. In Pilates, we tend to breathe into our rib cage because we want to maintain muscle connection or muscle tension around this part of our torso. So why don't we try that? Hands onto the rib cage and your thumbs on the back here. Drop the shoulders down. Just take a moment to go back to that pattern of breathing. In through the nose and then breathe out through the mouth. So you're thinking of a cyclic motion of breath. In, up the nose, down the back of the throat, and then out the mouth. So this is sort of like a circular pattern of breathing. And then all the movements and the exercises move with that circular pattern. So it's a real challenge in the breathing, I know. However, once you've got that habit, you'll find that then your exercises and your execution is so much better, and even in daily life. So, let the arms just relax. That breath should also be going right into the back there. How does that feel, guys? You'll probably find that by breathing, it focuses your attention to this area. So now let's think about the rest of your body. Shoulders are just drop down and lengthen through the crown of the head. Remember this workout, no special equipment. What you may need today is just a towel for some stretches, but also if it's your first time, make sure you get clearance from your doctor or physio so we do the best workout for you. Okay, guys, I want you to think about where your body is in space. You know, when I don't think about my body, I just sort of stand one hip out, sometimes shoulders forward. But now I've got a much better sense of where I am in space. So crown of the head lengthen, chin drawn in, not so that you have a double chin, but just lightly. Shoulders are open, but not forced back. So think subtle. Going all the way down, just have a little play with what your pelvis does. We call these our disco rolls. Great for when you're dancing and you've run out of dance moves, but also very effective in Pilates because it tells us and you a lot about your posture. So if you tend to have a lot of mobility in this area, your challenge will be to hold and maintain using your muscles. If you don't have much mobility, Chris, I know that not much going on there. At least you've got quite a little bit, yeah? So find a midpoint between these extremes. Picture this, that your pelvis is like a bowl of soup. And as you tip the bowl backwards, soup comes running down the back of your pants. Ew. Hope it's not tomato soup. Now as it tips forward, it runs down the front of your legs. So ideally, for you to be in a position where you don't cause yourself any back pain, you hold the bowl of soup flat.
Don't spill the soup.
You know, that's really challenging because the minute you move, then that bowl of soup is going to rock from side to side. So it's really hard to maintain that bowl of soup flat. However, it's just the awareness of where you are in space. So the next time you're shopping, I want you to think about your bowl of soup and just think, forward, back, side to side. Is it centered? This is really important. Okay, you guys all right? Let's work into our necks just to release a bit of stress. Don't forget about your soup. Okay, guys, take a breath in. As you breathe out, look to the side and just work in that mobility. Come back into the center and then other side. Breathing out. Just be conscious of the way you're standing. Many people actually stand this way. So watch where the palms are facing, ideally facing the legs. Other side, using that breath. Now come back into the center. Take that head over to the side and drop the chin down. pretty much you could be safe in saying that we tend to breathe out when we're at the hardest point in the exercise. So if you forget to breathe, just think the hardest point you should be breathing out. That's the best way to start off, because I know the breathing took me ages to get used to, because I used to do very shallow breathing here. Quite stressed out. Okay, drop the head to the side, drop the chin up.
Or lift the chin up.
That would be right. Good. And again, thanks, Elise. Over the side and lift. And this should feel quite good in that neck. Here, lifting up. Can you feel that, guys?
Great stretch.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an R stretch, I call it. So you do this. All right, hold it there. Now, guys, take your hands right in the back of your heads. Again, set the shoulders. So we talk a lot about Pilates. Where is your head? Where is your neck? Where are your shoulders? And I'm going to harp on that so much so that you actually start to think that not only in the class, but outside of the class. So now, watch where your bowl of soup is. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, just relax the shoulders. Now take a breath in, draw the elbows in and round the head, dropping down, and now open up and set those shoulders back. So you're not pulling the head back, but you're just gently drawing down. Good, pulling in, slightly bringing the chin towards the chest, and then coming all the way back up.
We're keeping the soup flat here?
Oh, please, yes. Soup flat, good. And I've got one more little thing, a little secret I want to tell you. Slowly down, and then come back up. What are you laughing about my secret, Elise?
Hurry up, what is it?
I'm sorry,
I'm not good with secrets.
So impatient. All right, and now relax. Okay, this is what I found, just relax here. Whenever I do certain exercises, sometimes I feel my belly just wanting to go bloop and pop out. Now, this is what we talk about in Pilates, about having a connection here in the middle. So at home, I want you to spread your toes out along the floor. Can you feel that there? Now, I'm just going to walk over to the gorgeous Elise. We want you to connect most of your muscles, but not 100%. So right now, at home, and you guys, just contract here, like somebody wanted to knock you over and you had to contract everything. Okay, stay there. Stay there. Chris. And now relax. Did you hold your breath? That wasn't the idea. So we need to find a contraction of all the muscles, or a connection where you're not 100%, but maybe 50 or maybe 30%, something where you can still breathe. And if I said to you, keep that 30% for the next 2 hours, then you could sort of do it. Yeah, 2 hours is a long time. Okay, so let's start from the feet. I want you to spread your toes out and then draw up here through the arch of the foot. Legs connect, so contract the muscles just a little bit. Here, imagine we're pulling up a pair of suspender stockings. Actually, let's go all the way up. Very attractive. All the way, all the way. So you're feeling this narrowing here, but also here. And then here as well, a little connection, and then just here in the neck. So it's almost like there's an electric current going through your muscles. You're not twitching, but you're definitely feeling the muscles working. Think about this midsection. It's like a corset has just been put on. Okay, let's just have a little trial and see if you really are connected. Take a breath in, lower down, just squat, arms come in front. As you breathe out, come on up. Beautiful, and again, slowly down, and come on up. One more time. If this is challenging and you're thinking, I'm not quite sure what muscles I'm working, don't worry. The more that you join us for these workouts, one day you'll be like, I get it. That's the idea. Okay, relax everybody. Now chill out. Relax, relax. See the difference? If you sort of cruise around like this all the time, or you actually think, yes, I'm turning my muscles on, my bowl of soup, sort of moving from side to side, but it's all good. You ready for the roll down? We're now going to mobilize or open up our back. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, let the head just drop down and round the shoulders. Pull that belly in. Good. Take a breath in at the bottom, and as you breathe out, slowly come up. And now squeeze your buttocks a little bit here, and pull here, and then round and stack the spine up. Oh, very nice. Let's go down again. Breathing in. As you breathe out, let the head drop. Good. Round the shoulders. Slowly take your time. Some of you might only go to the knees. That's okay. Some of you might find this really tight in the back of the legs. Take a breath in, but let your head hang. Slowly come on up. So ideally when you do this exercise, just listen to my cues as opposed to using your head to look at us on TV. Take a breath in again. As you breathe out, drop the head. Round. Good. Now guys, take yourself down to the floor, hands on the floor, and now walk out into 4-point kneeling. So palms are right underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. So you're like a table. So take a breath in. Right now, think about your neck or the back of your neck being drawn up towards the ceiling, and just play around with those little disco rolls. Little roll. Now, find a position where your tailbone's not sticking up or sticking down, but somewhere in the middle. So if you were to have a tail, it wouldn't be up, it wouldn't be down, but it'd be straight out behind you.
Neutral.
Neutral. Okay, neutral tails. Hold it there. Now we're going into a bit of a curl. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, start from the tailbone, tuck under. So angry cat position. Slowly rolling up with the last thing to go being your head. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, the tailbone peels away, the rib cage draws down, the shoulders go back, and the head and neck lifts up. Let me take a little sneaky walk over to Elise, because I know she loves this exercise. Breath in. As you breathe out, tailbone tucks under. So at home, I want you to imagine I'm slowly walking along your spine. Every time I walk, you then start to roll that part of your spine down. Good. Take a breath in now, and as you breathe out, peel from the tailbone. This is excellent for body awareness. Some of you right now will be thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not sure what my middle back is or where my middle back or how that feels to use those muscles. Take a breath in. This is what Pilates is about. Being actually able to feel and think, yes, that's my middle back, this is my upper back, and actually using the right muscles to create this movement. Breath in. As you breathe out, tailbone down. You're doing a great job, Elise.
Takes a lot of concentration.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, good job. Nice job, Chris. Good work at home. Hold it there. And now, guys, can we go straight onto our side for what we call chest openers? So if you're feeling quite, a lot of the time if you have a job that's very forward-shouldered, it's excellent to open up, but think about where that neutral position is in your pelvis. Okay, the towel is great, particularly if you get neck pain. Slide under, and now hand goes underneath the ear, and just be mindful of what's going on here underneath the waist. Hips on top of one another. Are we ready? Take a breath in. Imagine you're in water. As you breathe out, that elbow pushes against the water, and you just come to the point where you have control. Breath in, and as you breathe out, bring the elbows back together again.
So the hips don't move at all in this one?
No, that's exactly right. Because I must say, to sort of exaggerate the stretch, sometimes I want to move my hips, but then I'm moving from here as opposed to here. So to get more out of this stretch, focus on your breath, open up and open from this middle part here. Chris, this should feel nice for you because I imagine you do a lot of weight training.
Yeah, across the chest it really stretches and opens that up.
Let's go one more time, guys. Breathing out. Now breathe in to hold here and then push that water in. Then come back in. Good job. All right, shimmy yourself over to the other side. Excellent work. And this can be done anywhere. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I might feel tight from some of my workouts that I've done. So I do a series of these exercises just to get my body sort of started up for the day. Take a breath in, guys. Set yourself up. As you breathe out, open that elbow. Look in the direction, but also be mindful of the hips. Good, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, use that water, the imaginary water. Come all the way in. And again, breathing out. And I just heard a good little crack in my spine. Fantastic, breathing in, breathing out. Don't be afraid if you hear little cracks or creaks now and then. Sort of your body adjusting itself. Out we go again, breathing out.
Gets quite noisy here on set sometimes.
I know. Creaks and cracks. Good, one more time, guys. Up again. Breathing in, then bring those elbows all the way together. Outstanding work. Okay, get rid of those towels. Now lie straight onto your back. So, A lot of the exercises in Pilates are done on the floor, and it's important that you get a sense of what your spine feels like lying flat on the floor. So bring your heels in line with your sit bones, almost like they're on train tracks. Shoulders are open, and you lengthen the back of the head. Now, right now, some of you may be lying in this position and you might feel a little bit of neck pain. Let me just suggest that you pop a towel underneath your head. That's quite a big towel to pop under, so something that props you up just to release the neck tension. Okay, and you know what? It will improve as you join us more often for PTV. Shoulders are out, palms are flat. Let's rock the pelvis forward and back. Okay. This is what you may feel. You may feel that you've got a lot of movement. You may feel that you haven't got much movement. So just be mindful of that and think, okay, in this position, I now need to find neutral, which is a midpoint. So find that midpoint. Pretty much it's where your hips are in line with your pubic bone. Or better still, think of the bowl of soup. So as you tip the bowl of soup to you, you flatten the back. As you tip the bowl of soup away from you, it goes in between your legs. How delightful. Okay. Now, find that midpoint. So for me, when I hold my bowl of soup flat, I've actually got enough space to fit a small mouse under my back, okay?
Chris can only fit a family of ants.
You can only fit a family of ants. Okay.
All ants.
So you might think, oh, that's the idea. No, it's not. That's just the way my posture is.
We're all different.
We're all different. It's actually a pain in the neck having that gap because I have to work a lot harder when I lift both my legs up. So if you've got a little bit of a flatter back, you know what? Sometimes it's a little bit easier, but then your challenge is mobility. Let's carry on. Breath in to the rib cage. Breathe out and think of that corset drawing inwards. Now, all these muscles here, I want them to be relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. Here, I want you to contract. Now, as you breathe out the next time, take a breath in, breathe out and float one leg like you've got a helium balloon on the end of the ankle. Float it up there, knee right above the hip. Good. Now, exhale and lower that leg down, but do not move that bowl of soup. Breath in, breathing up, out you go. And your goal is to keep that bowl of soup flat. Breath in. As you breathe out, keep it flat. Good. And again, one more time. How you go? There. Up you go, breathing out. Now, here's our challenge. Hold the leg up here now. Guys, can you think of your bowl of soup just tipping towards you if you have got quite an arch onto the back? This is what we call imprint. So if you haven't got that arch, stay where you are. If you have, just bowl of soup slightly towards you. Now, hands on your belly. Take a breath in without pressing up or moving the bowl of soup. Float the other leg up to tabletop. Good job. Hold it here. You can either have your hands on your belly or your hands here. Now, be mindful of what's happening in your body. Is that the same position as where you started from? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Think of your belly drawing down. Now, some of you, this is your first time, you'll be thinking, oh my goodness, this is really hard. Take one leg down and just have a little break. Because I would rather that you have control and quality of the movement than to bust that poor belly or back. Okay, everybody, breath in. As you breathe out, take one leg down. Good, breathe in again. Then take the other leg down. Good job. All right, guys, take a breath in. Arms come all the way up. Shoulders flat on the floor, palms facing in. Make sure that the shoulders are away. Keep that contraction. Bowl of soup now flat. As you breathe out, the arms go back. Then they come back in. Now you are moving these arms through water, but as you go back, you're keeping the muscles here connected. If I don't connect, look what happens. Look what happens. I just relaxed. So I need to think, right, contract the muscles. And sometimes this takes a little while to achieve or actually a while to understand. So if you're moving your arms back and you think, I'm not sure about this yet, you know what? It will happen, trust me.
This is much more challenging for me to make it small.
Yes, because you're very flexible, very bendy, I call my Elise. Good. Okay, bring the arms down onto the floor, guys. We're going now into a shoulder bridge. This is a rolling action. Take a breath in, guys. As you breathe out, tuck your tailbone under, roll all the way up, roll, keep rolling. Take a breath in at the top, and as you breathe out, start to roll that spine down. Good. Just doing a couple of these today. Now, I want you to squeeze your bottom a little bit. Up you go. Rolling, rolling, rolling. All the way up. Take your time. Take a breath in at the top. And as you breathe out, slowly walk that spine down. And we've got time for just one more. Take a breath in. Up you go.
How are you going there, Chris?
Well, I've got a few speed bumps today. Actually.
Yes. Speed bumps are the tight spots. Breath in. As you breathe out, walk that spine down. Good job. Okay, guys, drop the knees now over to one side. Just sit yourself up onto your knees and just roll those shoulders back. Okay, let's just take a moment to go back to where you breathe. So just close your eyes, take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Are you aware of where the breath goes now? Maybe you automatically went straight into the rib cage. If you went back up here, that's okay, most people do. Your challenge is, before you come back to our next class, is to just be aware of your breath and give yourself a couple of breathing spaces through the day and take that breath down a little bit deeper. It will relax you and bring you a little bit of clarity in your day. Chris, what's your quote for today?
Quote for today. Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. Words of wisdom from Van Gogh.
Oh, and such words of wisdom. Take those away with you and you have a beautiful day. And we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.
See you later. Here's the lovely Kylie with Fast and Fabulous.
Oh, that is heaven. A really good neck massage is one of the best things in the world. But those times when you're really stressed out and you come home from the office, you don't always have someone like Roland handy to give you a neck massage. So we're going to get some tips from him on how to do it on your own. Hey Roland.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Great, thank you.
Now you probably give, I don't know, hundreds, maybe thousands of neck massages every year. What sort of things does a neck massage help in your body?
Neck massage is so important to get blood flowing into the brain and the rest of the body, relieves your hip pressures and stomach, and most importantly reduces stress.
That's what I use it for. Oh, that's good. What if you're not around? Heaven forbid you're not around to give me a massage. Can you give me some tips how to do it myself?
I certainly can.
All right. Do you want my hands?
I do. Now we'll start on your temples.
Okay.
Start on your temples, take the pressure, then slowly pull back behind your ears to the base of your jaw. From here you compress, and then slowly down the back of your neck to the shoulders. From here drop your hands and just cup.
Okay.
And gently roll your hands.
In circles?
In circles is perfect.
Okay. Oh, that does feel good. Now, can you do this one hand at a time, or is it better to do it with both?
It's better to do it with both, so that way you keep symmetry in the body and you keep the body's hydraulics, the blood and the fluids rolling correctly.
What if I've got one side of my neck, because the left-hand side of my neck is sore, but the right isn't? Do you still do them evenly?
If you've got one side that's particularly sore, say for example your left side, we would take this hand back up.
Okay. But leave it there, leave it on my temple?
That's right.
All right.
And then with your left hand,
All right.
compress further.
Why do you leave the hand behind the ear there? Is that for balance?
It is alternating pressure points and trigger points. They will help stabilise the area far more effectively.
Awesome. So with these little tips, you can do them in the car, in the office, you can de-stress anywhere you like.